But look, I think here the key that needs to be asked, what needs to be asked, James, is not how Donald Trump became president, but why Donald Trump became president. And that's what's being missed in this narrative, because you've got people going, how could the US ever do this again? I was on a train the other night heading to the city. How could they let this tangerine tyrant get back in? The thing is that Donald Trump actually spoke to the people. He spoke to that pocket of America who are struggling. And the majority of Americans, just like here, they're doing it tough at the moment with real, honest solutions. No dancing around, no word salads. He spoke directly to them. And I think the Democrats really thought, we'll put Kamala Harris in, a woman of colour, and surefire, we're in, because we're going to get the woman vote. So not because of her principles, not because of what she believed in, but simply based on her sex. And voters clearly saw right through it. Donald Trump easily demolished Harris, not because she was a woman, but because he is and was the better candidate in this election campaign. Yeah,
the Dems played the DEI card, which is about all the left have. Donald Trump spoke to issues. And speaking of issues, I mean, what we learned from this election, open borders, that's a big loss now. If you support open borders, you are going to lose. Transgenderism is no longer the cult that cannot be questioned anymore. The deification of abortion, and we saw Stephen Miles try that in the Queensland election. The Democrats tried it in the US. It did not work for them. Celebrity endorsements are an absolute failure. In fact, to be endorsed by a celebrity now is probably a disadvantage. Progressive media is now completely on the nose. I mean, nobody paid any attention to MSNBC, CNN, the Washington Post. Pollsters got it completely wrong.
Yes, they did.
And of course, the left have reacted to their election loss by blaming the people. It's misogyny, it's racism. They're pointing the finger at everybody except for themselves. But of course, Danica, when you're pointing at someone else, there's always three fingers pointing back at yourself. And the left will keep losing if they can't be honest enough to admit they are the problem. And Americans voted against the march of progressivism.
Well, see, the thing is their whole narrative was completely blown up on November 5 because people have gone, well, enough is enough. What about our voices? It really was a win for this silent majority, which we saw back in 2016. So the left really have no business crying, yelling, carrying on, when realistically, they're the ones who actually handed Donald Trump this win. I also think it's a vote against the establishment. It's a vote against constant people. It's like Big Brother, always looking at you, censorship. I mean, Donald Trump's already come out and said, we're done with censorship. Let's bring back free speech. Thank goodness for that. It's also encampments that are being overrun by terrorists. And people are seeing these things and going, there's no law and order. You've got immigrants running rampant in the United States. And so you can understand this vote. And it's not misogynistic. It is not misogynistic to want to get a job. It's not misogynistic to want to be able to pay your bills, to look after your family. And this is where the Democrats just got it so wrong from the very beginning.
You mentioned Donald Trump's commitment to free speech, and that's the other winner out of this election that not many people have spoken about is Elon Musk.
Yes.
I mean, if it wasn't for Elon Musk having purchased Twitter a couple of years ago, and I mean, he copped enormous criticism for that, but Elon Musk has reinvented social media. He's currently in the process of saving NASA. I mean, Elon Musk has gone from sort of billionaire to, I heard someone describe him recently, he's the modern day Leonardo da Vinci. He really is reinventing culture, and his standing has certainly increased his status as a result of this election.
He ended up in the family photo after that victory speech. You saw Elon Musk, but it's true because Kamala Harris relied so heavily on these celebrities, and it was laughable. Some of them were linked to Sean Diddy Combs, for example. I mean, it was a complete joke from the very beginning. And then here's Elon Musk, this hero, out of everything, and I think he's a real winner.
Well, you had the Democrats had Oprah, who was repeating lies, and the Republicans had Elon Musk, who was actually safeguarding freedom of speech, so on and so forth.
Yeah, look, it's fascinating.